Will Bitcoin hit another new all-time high? Is it on the bounce up now? Is it on the next rally up? Because this chart has been making the rounds. It's very popular right now. It tells us supposedly that Bitcoin will make a new all-time high. And it makes all the sense, right? Because this is the global money supply, M2, global money supply, right? The darker blue line. It's turned up, made a new all-time high, and seems to be followed by Bitcoin, which is lighter blue line, right? It's been following, Bitcoin's been following it closely, but with roughly about a 90-day, 3-month lag, following the peaks, the troughs, and now we're at the trough here. Is Bitcoin destined for a new all-time high? So that's what we're going to investigate today, and it seems to make sense, right? This is a very popular chart right now because, you know, everyone says Bitcoin is basically protection against fiat debasement. That means not just a major government like United States, but also Europe, China, Japan. When all these major governments start printing these ones, then you would think Bitcoin or gold would go up and take off. That would make sense. Let's examine all the charts from the past to see how well this signal has worked. But before we get onto that, let's just quickly answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo Jimenez use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that is non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means even the exchange can't see who you are. That means the IRS can't see you. Tax office can't see you. FBI, CIA, nobody can see you. Super private. That's why Pablo loves it. I made this deal with them, right, where my followers can get up to $5,500 US. It's actually up to 8,000 US just by joining and trading, right? So 1.3 million users, Bitunix is now the largest non-KYC exchange in the world. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, then the link is in the description below. That deal is only on the Pablo Jimenez link. If you're on another platform, such as this one, right, then basically just go to where my profile is, my profile page, and just click on the stand link right there. And it should be the first thing that pops up. Yeah, the first thing that pops up. Okay, let's get back to the markets. Remember, guys, only on the Pablo Jimenez link. Okay, let's get back to the markets. First of all, let's have a look at where Bitcoin is and why I think we're at a key resistance level right now. Okay, for folks who are inside my Discord or who have been watching my videos or even my tweets, you know that I've been saying 86K is the key here, right? Last time I called 88.7K to be the key because that was here. Look at this. Last time I said, I think we're going to get rejected at this 88.6K here area, pretty much. And then we're going to go down to 73K, right? We went to 74. That was pretty close. This time, I said it's all about the resistance at 86K. Because it's so obvious. This has been the pressure, the trend line that's held Bitcoin underwater all this time. Once we break through, then that means, you know, we're very much on the rebound. And then 92K is the next resistance line. And then you would think you would have another run up. So eventually I am expecting a break upwards because, as I've been saying, I call this a downward wedge. Downward wedges tend to break upwards. So it's possible we get one more dip. It's possible we break up, retest. But I'm leaning towards a breakup, depending on Trump and his crazy tariff plans. It's anything could happen. So we can see how well this this level has been working because it's look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th time it's gone up to this resistance level. But even here, we've been knocking here at 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 times now, 5 days in a row. Now, so with this trend line, when do we think it's going to break 86K? A lot of people ask me, Pablo, do you think we'll get another dip before we break through 86K? What do you think is going to happen? I'll give you a more concrete measure of when we're going to break through. Have a look at this, guys. I say this and a lot of people just don't believe me. Well, it pretty much depends on the Trump negotiation. The Trump negotiation affects the stock market. What is this? What is this? This is basically the simple SP 500. It's basically Bitcoin's basically been following this one down, and it's also been bouncing off this resistance line. It just need the SP 500 to break through here, right? This was since mid-Feb, the breakdown. Markets topped in around December, January, Feb, right? Kind of a topping plateau here. And since the recent crash due to Trump tariffs, this has basically been the resistance. If the markets can break through here, if SPY can break through here, and then Bitcoin can break through it as well. Bitcoin might pop through and front run the stock market, but Bitcoin should not be able to confirm before the stock market. Like, I cannot see the stock market bouncing off here and going down, if that happened, and Bitcoin going up. I can't see a split like that happening. So they kind of have to go through at the same time. Bitcoin probably goes through first, but then you need Spider SP 500 to confirm. Another one, NASDAQ. It's even more obvious, right? Basically, let's see. Let me adjust the chart just a little bit. Basically, right, that's been the resistance line, just like we saw on Bitcoin at 86K, right? So it basically needs to also have the NASDAQ, the Spider SP 500 confirm the Bitcoin breakthrough to above 86K, then we're on. Some people might say, oh, look, this is looking pretty good already. They're confident on what Trump's doing, yada, yada, yada. So there's a good chance we get a dip from this 17,000 area on the SP5, on the NASDAQ index, pull back to low 16s, this support area, drawn in sort of this light pinkish zone, and then break through. And then hit, say, something like 17.9, 18.0K, right? And then break down. Okay, as promised, folks, let's have a look at the global liquidity M2. That was just what I showed you guys just now was an update. So here's the global liquidity M2. This chart. So does it all makes sense for liquidity to be global M2 to be rising and Bitcoin to be rising, but we just want to know how accurate is this signal. So I found a way to plot this blue global M2 signal on a trading view. Here it is. Here it is down the bottom pane, right? It's rising, 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 and we can see Bitcoin is falling. And the theory says basically this has been rising to a new high, right? Bitcoin has been falling to 74K. So therefore, Bitcoin should follow M2 to a new all-time high, right? Something like this. That's the theory that's been popular right now. Okay, let's have a look at the last few times where Bitcoin had big falls like this in major runs. For example, this was last year. Remember how Bitcoin got stuck for a long time between this area? This was between 74K to 49K, but M2 kept on rising, so eventually signaled that Bitcoin would go higher. So this signal worked here. Another time was, let's have a look at the bull run of 2021. Bitcoin went to 64K, fell back to 28K, but liquidity actually kept on rising here, kept on rising. So it's giving people the faith to get in again, and Bitcoin eventually hit 69K. So it worked here as well. But you know what the problem is? The problem is then when it hit 69K, and Bitcoin was falling, back down to 40s and 30s again, do you get back in? This M2, global M2, kept on rising, right? Then do you get in here? If you got in here, you would have ended up at 15K. Whilst this number kept on going up, right? This number kept on going up until here, until April 2022. That was like 6 months away from Bitcoin bottom. So this is a major warning that this time it didn't work. And also, let's have a look at the previous bull run. The bull run of 2018 top. 2018 top. 2018 top. Now, so 2018 top. Here was the Bitcoin top, right, at 20,000, and this global M2 liquidity just kept on going up and up and up, right? It didn't peak until Bitcoin almost, smashed back down to 7,000. By then, bull market was well over. So it has slowly kept on going up as Bitcoin bottomed, actually. So we just need to be very careful of this chart. I know it's very popular out there right now, and people are talking about it quite a lot, but just be careful. It's in my mind, it's 50-50. So it's as much noise as it is signal. We just need to be careful with that one. The other signals that I've been introducing you guys to, like my previous video that I just released yesterday, that one, MicroStrategy, that's a useful one. And I go back in history to look at how well the MicroStrategy signal works for Bitcoin as well. It's so directly related to Bitcoin, right? We all know the relationship of MicroSaylor, MicroStrategy, and Bitcoin. Okay, for all the Aussies out there, Pablo uses SwiftX Exchange. My link is in the description below. For everyone else, thank you for tuning in. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.